today I'll be reviewing this highly anticipated series, The Boroughs is here. And when I saw the trailer for the show, I was definitely excited. After all, this series, it is from the creator who created Stranger Things. They're here with this show, and from the trailer, a lot of people were suspected this show will be kind of like how Stranger Thing is for old people, like with the old people. If you thought that, this show is exactly that. Although it is quite good though, still I will say. I personally thought this show was like, oh wow, really surprised me if I'm being honest. So this show centers around, we see Sam, he is this newly widow, and he goes to this I guess all the retired people, they live in this community, and this community called the Borough. And we see like Zach, played by Bill Pullman, and Geena Davis, and many more actors. They're in this show. They all live in this borough, and we see Sam, he developed really this good relationship with Zach. But unfortunately, when suddenly Jack get killed in this show, we see Sam, he basically start investigating like what happened to Zach, who murdered him, and and also the show we see like the creature is actually behind Zach's murder. So this creature looks like kind of like alien, and mixed between alien looking and the spider. Basically, this creature kills Zach, and of course Sam start investigating, and we see slowly everyone else also start investigating, because the way strange things are happening around them, so they start investigating. So I thought how all the investigation, everything comes together in this series. It is quite interesting, although this is not immediately everyone gets on investigation, if I'm being honest. So it does takes time, and everything does comes together, and at the end, what is the show is about. Yeah, so here is the thing about this show, if I'm being honest here. So before I go to my review, I want to say, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to finish the whole review and give me a like if you enjoyed this, because your like and watch time really helps the review, which I have learned recently. So thanks for watching this. Okay, so I thought overall this series, like throughout the series, it is very predictable plot this show has. Obviously, as I said, this is a older people version of Stranger Things after all. So I guess as an audience, you do suspect like what will happen at the end, because the show gives you clue about what is it about, right? So at the end, when we reach to that conclusion, as an audience, I think a lot of people will be like, whoa, that's all it was about. So this show is not about that. The show is mainly about all these retired people. They're old, and they're about to be that age where dying is really very close. So their time is limited on the earth and everything. This show really focused on that. So I feel like, wow, excellent take on this retired life. So from that perspective, I thought the show was quite well done, especially emotionally. It's really grabs audience. These people, their story and their journey. And one of the the person who lives there, he's like he about to be dying. Like he's he's a cancer patient, stage 4 cancer. So he's gonna die any day. So his journey to this time of his life is, it's really sad, I guess, for his perspective. And Sam, played by Alfred Molina, he's just so amazing in this show. He really gets the audience invested in this investigation he's doing, because he's Alfred Molina. He really reminded me in this show why I like this actor. Like, why did I like him in Spider-Man 2, and also like the Spider-Man No Way Home. This guy, he really is really very likable, good actor. Even he's playing good guy, still like he played bad guy obviously famously, but also he's played good guy here. And I liked his story a lot. His dealing with the grief and everything. Again, this show is not that much about alien and what's going on. It's more about their grief, and they're really close to dying and everything. which really is very interesting show, if I'm being honest here, and very important show, I will say. Although this community, this borough, and the minute they go there, I was like, oh, something evil is happening here. So this show really gives the audience all the clue, oh, what is going on. At the end, what is it about? I must say, it may not be as great as you think it will be, because as I said, the show already gave audience clue what it will be about. So that's why I feel like the show done good job telling the story here. But I could see some people are not happy with it, the way it went through. So because still it was, there's a plenty of jump scare, but still the show is kind of like I wouldn't say perfect by many means. There is a lot of slow scene and everything. So I did like all the characters here, except Geena Davis. Her character was kind of like what is she? Her character at the beginning of it, I guess she didn't bring, her story isn't very emotional. Maybe that's why I couldn't get behind her character. She's kind of like this beautiful, come on, Davis, she does not look old at all. She looks so good. So first it was hard to believe that she might be that old. So she just looks so good. Her hair, she has a full head of hair. She has more hair than me. But anyway, Geena Davis, her character isn't very emotionally, I would say, very connectable with the audience. However, there's one character, Judy. She played by this actress. Judy's character was quite interesting. She has very layered character. So I did like Sam, Judy, and what was the doctor name? I forgot. His character is also does have twist and turn and here and there. Let's talk about the thing I didn't like. What I really didn't like in this show, unfortunately, this show, although it centers around Zach's murder, played by Bill Pullman. I was hoping to see Bill Pullman in this. I love Bill Pullman. He's such an amazing actor. He gets murdered right away. What? And then he's just gone, I really missed this guy. He's such an amazing actor. And it's sad that he's just there for one episode. So I was quite disappointed. I was like, why is he gone? You know what I mean? But overall, honestly, this show, it is really very enjoyable show. But this is still is very a slow paced about investigation and everything. All the characters that I will say, all of them are quite likable. Even Judy and her husband, their relationship is also very complicated. And you don't see all the complication coming. So this is really still very high thought show, I will say. End of the day, all these old people, they're living in this high, beautiful society, the rich society. So overall, this was very interesting show. I could see this becoming, a lot of people will enjoy this. Obviously, it's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be for, I feel like, people who like this kind of story. It's definitely is not as entertaining as a Stranger Thing, but it's definitely is very good. I liked it, and that's my thought on this. Let me in the comment, what do you think about this series? If you enjoyed this review, don't watch other reviews on other show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take